More than 150 people were injured, 8 of them seriously, in a fireworks accident at a temple in Kerala's Kasaragod district late last night. Shocking visuals from the spot showed crackers triggering a massive fire and a cloud of smoke as people gathered on the temple premises ran to safety. The incident took place during the celebration of the beginning of a festival. Visuals showed how a huge crowd had gathered there to celebrate this festival, but soon, moments after that, people recalled how they could see a storage facility which had firecrackers in it exploded, and the officials say that there was no permission to store crackers in this facility, but they were there, after which several arrests have been made in the case, with the district collector informing that president and secretary of temple committee is now in police custody. Listen in to some reactions.
A shocking news was heard from Kasaragod district in Nileshwaram. Around 154 people were injured and they were admitted in different hospitals of Kasaragod as well as Kannur and Mangalapuram hospital. You know, in northern Malabar, it is a custom. This Theyyam festival is a custom of northern Malabar people. Every family is conducting this Theyyam in every Taravadu. In English, Malayalam, we are saying that Taravadu. In every Taravadu, they are conducting this Theyyam. Police was not cautious about this this festival.
We have from the CCTV footages and videos that we have seen of last night, what we understand is that when the firecracker, one of the firecrackers was blasted, and fumes or the fire from these firecrackers has gone and fallen on the room where the firecrackers were stopped, and that is when the blast has happened. So the room where these crackers were stored was just hardly 1 meter away from the place where crackers were being burst, and there were people sitting there, children and women, and a lot of people had gathered there. So that is what has caused the explosion and injury. The officers were deployed there in case of Theyyam. They burst these Chinese crackers. It happens every year, and they have not taken permission this year, and they have not informed about the crackers being burst. So since police was there and in-time intervention was done, that is why immediately people could be rescued and medical care could be given to them immediately. So we are doing comprehensive investigation in this matter. If there is any lapses, then action will be initiated. Reported that they have been injured and that 97 are admitted and 4 people are critical. This is the information we have. Till now, no deaths. So during the day, subsequently, we will get to know if there are any further casualties.
My colleague Uma Sudhir is joining me on the phone line. Uma, how many people have been booked in the case?
So the FIR that has been booked names 8 people, all of them part of the temple committee who have been named in the FIR, and they have been accused of conducting the fireworks without complying with safety norms and guidelines. And it is also being said that they did not obtain a permit nor a license, which led to the fire outbreak and that caused serious and mild injuries to over 100 people, 97 people in the hospital still, and 8 people, we are told, have suffered serious injuries. So what the collector has said is that Explosive Substances Act would require a mandatory distance of about 100 meters from where the firecrackers are burst to where the fire works or the crackers are stored, and in this case hardly about 4 to 5 feet or less than 2 meters was the distance between where the firecracker was burst and the explosives were kept. But I must point out that this is in fact less than about 26 to 28,000 worth of firecrackers that were kept. So they were low intensity explosives. They were kept in a temporary kind of a shed with a tin kind of a shed roof, and because the spark from the fireworks fell there, that's when the explosion in fact happened. And because there were about 1,500 people at least in the premises, and it is quite a densely populated area, because like we can see in the videos, the Theyyam artist was still dancing, and there were the drums that were beating when the fireworks in fact start there. And immediately afterwards we see this burst of fire, the ball of fire that we see, and eyewitnesses have reported that the people were terrified and worried about what had happened and started started running helter and skelter. Many of them suffered injuries in their hands and on their face because of the impact of the crackers that fell on them, the fire that came from the crackers that were kept there. Two things that I must point out. One, that in March this year, the temple the temple festivities came in question because the district authorities in some places had wanted the temples not to carry out any of these firecracker display during the Teyyam, which happens here. Of course, in this particular temple, which we Anjutambalam Veerar Kaval, that's where the festivities actually begin. And today was supposed to be the second day when almost 10,000 people gather.
Right.
And the porter at that time said that customs and traditions need to be continued, precautions need to be taken. So no cap was put on the use of the firecrackers itself by the court.
Uma, thank you so much for those details.